She told these girls to take turns on me and told security not to break it up.
The longer you stay, the worse you got it. I'm talking about people head was, they got
getting jumped by gang members.
Go in a trap house where it's full of and all this shit.
Grab my hair and like get to riding me like a pony, like laughing about it and stuff. Them people is really evil and evil spirited.
One of the first girls to actually expose Stunna Girl's video is starting to go viral on TikTok after the twins came out and spoke out on their survival situation on Stunna Girls Show. Next, we have another girl speaking out, sharing her side of the story, and what we're going to do is lay it out in the timeline fashion and order the best way that I can. Make sure to hit the subscribe button with a notification because we have another girl who actually spoke out, and I'm gonna upload that on episode 3. So let's get straight into the drama. Now, according to some of the girls, Dirty Stunna Girl and her ex-husband end up getting evicted from their Airbnb that they had. But we have not seen any hardcore proof of this. This is what people are just saying.
Girl, tell these people that y'all got evicted from that Airbnb.
Tell them how you got evicted from that Airbnb and y'all had to go to Vegas and the cast was at your house.
Literally, y'all had to film the rest of the show at your house.
Like,
tell these people the real. Like, don't try to do that.
Don't try to do that. Like,
we can really go there, Stunna Girl. We can really go there.
Take it.
Cause bitch, you be on the internet popping it like you got it, you that. So you couldn't even finish paying the deposit for the Airbnb. Bitch, that's why y'all ass got evicted.
And we got the eviction letter. We got that.
Yeah,
we got that. Yes, we do.
You took them girls to the trap house and you told them girls they had to fight for their spot in the house, and it was like 4 spots left in the house.
They
and
had
8
dogs,
girls,
bacteria everywhere. So the girls was like,
all over the trap house. Y'all know that trap house? She put the girl on the cage, whatever.
Where the girls
that's where
she took the girls over there in Vegas.
Facts.
A lot of us are saying that these girls deserve this because they should have known what they were getting themselves into. Now remember, the twins actually said that they didn't know that it was going to be a show based on fighting. And by the way they acted when they came into the show, it really gave me vibes of, oh, they really think this is like a girly girl show and that this is just like entertainment and fun. From the sounds of things, later on when some of these girls were getting evicted and new ones are coming in, Mulan and Stunna Girl made it clear that they want the girls to fight for their spot and fight to be on this show. So I guess it was not girly time, it was fight time.
Initially coming into the house, they basically told me like, you know, you're gonna have to fight for your spot. We've been in here fighting for our spots and you're not a Stunna Girl until you fight at least. And I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. I know we'll come with this reality TV stuff. During those 3 days that I was in my room, literally just sitting up, paranoid, whatever, like, Stunna Girl never came in. She didn't check on me. Like, literally the only person that checked on me was her husband. He actually sat down and was, like, telling me, like, you know, we not on that type of time now, and shit, trying to ask me about Chicago, actually trying to, you know, figure out who the fuck is in their house. So I wasn't gonna fight for no reason. I didn't end up fighting until like my 3rd day there. The first 3 days there, I was walking around in my sneakers for days. I slept like this, sitting up. I did not lay down. I did not sleep. I woke up like every 30 minutes to an hour, everything. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like, I did a TV show before and it went bad. So I was like on my P's and Q's.
What's really crazy to me is that this girl actually put up with this ish and she literally stayed there to deal with that ish. Like, you cannot be that desperate for success that you will put yourself through. You know what? Some people are in a bad situation and they will do anything to get there. So I can't really judge on that. I don't know what her situation is, but the fact that she's willing to accept that and go through all that BS tells me that she was not in a good situation before. And these girls actually agreed, well, I don't know all of them, but apparently some of them agreed that they would stay in the show for money. Who agrees to that? I would have been like, nah, pay me first and then I will be in the show. I ain't gonna get paid after lasting certain amount of days. Oh, hell no.
I was asked, like, do you want to fight? And like, who do you want to fight? And I told the girls, this was not on camera. I told the girls, like, I want to fight whoever want to fight me, you know? And nobody came forward to want to fight. So I ended up having a reason to fight. It was some messy. I'm gonna say the girl's name. Her name is Rican. I fought the girl Rican because she tried to tell a girl that I did like that I wanted to fight her. The girl that I liked already beat her ass. I feel like she was trying to turn the narrative around to make me the bad guy, so the girl that beat her up didn't have to beat her up no more. That's what I felt like it was. So I ended up fighting her. The night we fought once for like 5 seconds. I'm like, okay, can we get one more round? That really wasn't nothing. We fought again, like 10 seconds. They broke it up. I'm like, okay, cool, shit, I'm done. Like, I'm done with the I keep cursing. I'm done. So when I'm sitting there fighting, I hear Moolah talking to one of the cameraman, security dudes. I don't know who it was, but he was like, Rican, I can't let Blood fight that much. You know, wifey said I can't let her fight that much. I can't really let her get touched or whatever. And I'm like, okay, this making sense now. The girl Rican is a Blood, and basically they homegirl. So I'm thinking like, okay, she don't want to see her homegirl getting beat up on TV. Like, she didn't get beat up. I felt like it was like a good time. Nobody fell. Nobody, you know, really got beat for real. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll let the situation go. So the next day come, while I was fighting, the girl that I like fought the other replacement that came after me. They fought, and the next day, the girl that I like, she asked me like, you know, was you surprised that I fought? And I was like, yeah, I was, like, but kind of I wasn't, because the day before, we all had a call time to come outside and film a scene. When we was filming the scene, it's supposed to be everybody outside. They asked her, the producers asked the other replacement, the new girl, like, when she fight, something about fighting, and she said like, I like to fight the biggest person because I like a challenge. When Stunna came out, they asked the girl, the other new replacement, like, you know, did you really say that? And she was like, yeah. And she was out there proving me right. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's why she fought you, to the girl that I like. So I told her I thought everybody was out there, so she took it upon herself to go ask her roommate, like, was you outside when this comment was made? Because Chastity said that everybody was outside. And her roommate, I'm gonna say her name too, Nini, her roommate, was like, her roommate basically flipped everything around and made it seem like I was saying like she like a challenge, as in she like a challenge on which girl to pick to fight in the house. And then she made it seem like instead of me saying everybody was outside, I was saying her name. So she like kind of like, when we had our one-on-one, she was acting messy, like switching my words around, making it seem like something it wasn't, making it seem messy, not really listening. So we didn't fight at the time, but then it made me feel weird, because the producers told me that they want me to have a one-on-one with Nene, Rican, and the other new girl. I'm like, why can't the girl that I like be there when I'm having a talk with all these girls? Because we all having a misunderstanding right now. Like, then it's just me against 3. So we end up having a talk. They like, nobody's gonna fight. I end up fighting the girl Rican. So we go in the house. After we fought, she want to run it again. I'm like, okay, we can run it again. So we fought again. Stunna Girl finally comes out of her room, and this time Stunna Girl has not been out of her room in like the whole time we've been there, other than going to the club. Like, she never even got to get to know me. That's why I was asking producers, like, you know, how was y'all gonna pick the Stunna Girls if y'all don't really know us for real? Like, y'all not gonna have no challenges where y'all get to know our personalities or nothing? They like, no. So basically it's like, whoever is the best Stunna Girl is the best fighter, basically. Like, it gave South Central Addies ×3.
Y'all, rumors are saying she's sipping on that lean in the bedroom. I don't know, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe she's depressed, but like, who does that? Who has a show and just stays in the room? Maybe she's scared, bro. Stunna Girl's scared getting her ass beat, so she locked up in her bedroom playing Xbox or something.
So Stunna Girl comes out the room, she asks what's going on. They basically like, this bitch is messy, talking about me. I'm trying to explain my side, but like, she's not really listening. And on top of that, it's like, she done had girls in her room that she been getting to know, but she never got to know me. She never even like asked me to come in her room, none of that. So I had to come into her room and have a one-on-one with her myself. And that day I finally got to talk to her. So I was telling her literally how I ain't had nobody and how I was so appreciative of the opportunity. I cried, she gave me a hug, like all type of stuff, but she didn't give a f about none of that. She was like, girl, you down here being messy, you gonna have to fight again. And keep in mind, while I'm fighting, the new girl, the other replacement, and she's locked in with them already because they know her people. And the girl that I like is upstairs fighting, but I could hear the new girl saying that she don't want to fight no more, she not fighting no more. And they told her, okay. They come downstairs. They like, all right, you finna fight again? I'm like, no, she just said she's not fighting no more. I'm not fighting no more. I'm tired. Like, I done tried to chug water. Nothing was working. I knew I was tired. So at this point, they like on me about fighting. Like they finna force me to fight. And I get pissed off. So I go into the kitchen and I grab a knife and I'm like crying. I'm like, no, y'all not finna force me to keep fighting this girl. I said I was tired. I will fight her in the morning or something. Stunna Girl come downstairs. She like try to slick nicely get the knife out my hand or whatever. She pulled me into the garage. And the security guard is telling me like, well, you need to say you don't want to be a Stunna Girl no more and you going home or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not saying that, because I knew in my paperwork it said if I said I don't want to be a Stunna Girl and I go home, I'm not getting paid. So now I'm just doing all this fighting for free. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying nothing y'all want me to say. Stunna Girl come out like, okay, you don't want to fight, you want to go home? And I'm like, no, I never said that. So I finally agreed to get a girl weekend another 30 seconds. Why the f did they send this bitch Nene out? The bitch Nene come out putting her stuff up, and I'm like, what? Like, we was cool. Like, we just sat upstairs, talked for 2 hours about friendship and all type of stuff. Like, what are you trying to fight me for? It was you knew I wasn't trying to be messy. So I ended up fighting this girl. They literally was not breaking it up. Like, I done already fought 4 times altogether. She ain't fought at all, so she booted up. I done fell, I done got back up, fell, got back up. On top of that, she's a stripper. She lift herself up for a living. Like, come on now. I done got back up, they not breaking it up. So at this point, I bite her. They finally break it up. So, I put my ring on at this point because y'all trying to force me to fight. Like, I had this ring with a tiny little knife on it, and I didn't use it the whole time I was there because I was running fair phase. I waited until something happened because I got past experiences with like TV shows and weird stuff going on. So I put her on. I guess when I fought her, I dropped the ring. Stunna Girl walk up and she see the ring on the ground. She said, who ring is this? And they was like, it's hers, it's Chastity's. And she was like, all right, both of y'all have her.
I can't help but to think that, you know, knowing that they had like this hood street mentality, they probably thought that it was justified that you get jumped and what she's about to get through because you decided to bring a weapon in the house, put a ring with the little knife in it, and swing people in the face. Because I'm guessing that's what you're doing, right? And that's really crazy because I feel like she has an opportunity to walk away, but instead she goes up to wherever she goes to. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna put on this ring with the little knife and I'm gonna fight to the death. Like, that's crazy. Like, you should have just ran out of the freaking house at that point instead of putting a weapon on your finger and hurting other girls. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know the psychology of these girls when they're in the house and in a desperate situation like that. That they fear their life. That they need to put a ring with a knife on it and start stabbing these girls. Because that's what you're planning to do. You're literally gonna stab these girls with a little ring knife on your finger. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you could blind someone. So I feel, so they're probably like, yo, this is justified. Everyone jump her. And that's what they did. They jumped her. It's quite a crazy situation. I don't know. You shouldn't be putting on a knife. You should have ran from the situation. So yes, Stunna Girl and his crew obviously shouldn't have put pressure and put people like to keep fighting you. But then you had a chance to walk away and say, I don't want to be a Stunna Girl. But you didn't. Instead, you end up getting a ring with the knives.
So the girl Rican come out. Now she's finally fighting me. I cannot fight back at this point. I'm just like basically not even fighting. I'm just like trying to pull her hair or something. I'm not throwing no punches because I'm literally like exhausted. So now at this point she finally don't want to fight. So I get up. Like, at this point I didn't even after I fought the girl Nene, I had one contact in my eye. I can't see. I'm like nearsighted. I can't see nothing. So I'm over with. So I'm just laying in fetal position. She told these girls to take turns on me and told security not to break it up. So I done fought Nene. I done fought the girl Rican. I done fought Nene again. She get off me. Rican come back with a bottle of water. I think she poured it on me or something. I don't even remember. I swear I remember her having a bottle of water, pouring it on me, and then hitting me, like beating me up again. Then she walk off. Nene walk back up. She gets on top of me from behind, grab my hair, and like get to riding me like a pony, like laughing about it and stuff, and like beat it on me. Like, I'm literally in a fetal position at this time. I'm not fighting back. Stunna Girl just sitting there watching these girls take turns on me. Like, it was really like some Tennessee from the Mint type stuff. Like, it was terrible. Like, security trying to break it up. She told they ass, no, don't break that shit up. So I finally, like, I think they did that shit. They took turns on me like 4 times, I think. So that's like 8 rounds I done went or whatever. 4 of them I stopped fighting back. Shit, I finally get up. I can't breathe. I can't really talk. So I'm like kind of whispering. I'm like, I don't want to be a Stunna Girl no more. Because at this point, I'm feeling like if I don't get up out of here, she's going to let these girls kill me. At this point, it's just me. I don't have my phone. I don't have nobody here to help me. Nobody's doing anything. Like, I could die here if I don't say I don't want to be a Stunna Girl. So I finally said it. They was like, we can't hear you. You need to say it louder. And I like took my last breath that I had to literally say, I don't want to be a Stunna Girl no more. And then they opened the garage and they let me out. And then like Moolah comes out with his phone. And he like, all right, we got Chastity leaving. She's eliminated from the Stunna Girl season 1, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking out. I'm like, wait, I need my stuff. So they're like, your stuff already in the car. So I have a book bag, I have a pillow, like a airport pillow with money in it, because I didn't know if they was gonna be stealing or nothing in there. So I stuffed my money in there. I looked through my stuff and I'm like, wait, let me backtrack. Before I even did that, I walk out, I throw up all the water that I was trying to drink, and this producer, this gonna say stop throwing up, they're gonna come out here and jump you again. What? Like, y'all that sick up in here? Like, I'm throwing up because I'm literally like, I got all this adrenaline built up. I just got jumped. Like, y'all just took turns on me. Nobody broke this shit up. Like, what do you mean I can't throw up? I'm anxious. Like, I'm all over the place. Like, I look a fucking mess, all type of stuff. So I'm like trying to stop throwing up. They try to rush me in the car. I'm like, wait a minute, my pillow. So they bring my pillow down. So I get in the car. I'm in a ride. Like, him and Solo from Natas TV is in there. Solo driving. He don't give a fuck about what's going on. He's just trying to drop me off. The other dude, he asking like, are you okay, boo? Like, I'm not responding because, like, bitch, I just got jumped. What do you mean, am I okay? So we get to the airport. I look through my and I looked through my stuff. I'm sorry, and I noticed that my wigs are not in there. I got 2 wigs worth $800, not in there. I'm like, where's my wigs? They like, oh, we'll just go back to the house and grab them and we'll bring it back to you. I'm like, okay, like, I can't do nothing. Like, so they finally gave me my phone. They literally dropped me off at the airport. I get to text and I'm like, can I get my flight? An hour passed. I'm like, can I get my wigs? Solo blocks my number after I asked him for my wigs. I asked the other one for my flight back. He literally just not responding. They just went home and went to sleep. Like, it was nothing. They didn't care. So I'm stranded in Vegas. I tried to, like, even call the police, try to get them to take me back to the house to get the rest of my belongings, because that stuff costs money. I didn't have the address. Why? Because as soon as I pulled up, they took the phones or whatever. So I'm stranded out there. I end up, thankfully, I'm not like broke. I had to pay damn near $500 for a flight home and a charger, because they kept my charger too. They never came back, blocked my number. I get home. I'm in the airport also looking beat up, like, look terrible. I got like pajama shorts on, so like my butt is out and everything. Like, I look crazy. And I get home, like, ain't nobody check on me, ain't nobody see if I was alive and well, none of that. Like, and I was like, I see all these posts like, oh, the only girls that went home is the girls that got eliminated, that wasn't even there for 24 hours and all type of stuff. Like, damn, did y'all even forget I existed? Like, that's how messed up y'all is. Like, y'all don't even like care. Y'all ain't even check to see if I was cool, none of that. Like, it was so bad. Like, really, I just hope y'all know that if y'all do go on Stunna Girl season 2, it's not about who acts like Stunna Girl, who got the characteristics of her. Is who is the best fighter. That's it. And them people is really evil and evil spirited. Like, my face was messed up. Like, my thumb was fractured for like a month. Like, it was really bad, and I did all that for free. So y'all need to be really mindful of going on any network with her, because she does not care about her castmates. Hopefully this will open her eyes and make her, because she didn't even text me and said I'm sorry for what happened to you, none of that. Like, hopefully she'll try to treat her next girls better, but it was terrible.